Well, hey everyone, it's Black Joe here. I wanted to do a quick kind of channel update, tell you all what's kind of going on because a few weeks ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago, one of the commenters on the channel had sent me a message and told me that GIZMODO, formerly run by Gawker Media, had included some of my video in an article they wrote about the Las Vegas shooting. So when I looked it up, um, it's this guy Tom McKay. This is the name of the reporter, and he wrote an article called "YouTube Search Results Promote Conspiracy Theories About the Las Vegas Shooting," and it was just attacking. It was attacking us within the truth, the community. It never named my channel per se. But the purpose of the article is for him to attack and to say, how can YouTube allow these videos to get views and to be relevant on the platform, etc. Which really was insulting to me, because really what it was is they're mad that we can ask questions. And I thought that was the job of these quote reporters, was to ask questions and to get answers for the public at large. But apparently it's not. And so we, or a small collective of us, have decided that we're going to be the ones to ask questions for everybody else, since they don't want to, or they can't, or whatever it is. And then we get attacked for it. So now I'm being attacked on GIZMODO because and then he puts my video as the screenshot of his article that he wrote, and it was just why they question the Las Vegas shooting. Why can't you just accept what CNN and ABC tells you? And then my thing about this whole article that this guy wrote is that he's attacking me, but yet they don't even know what happened. First it was the man was shooting out the window, then the security guard showed up, then he shot the security guard. Then the story became the security guard got shot first, and then he started shooting out the window. Then it was, that wasn't the case. So it's like, what? Either it is or it isn't. So clearly they're covering up stuff. And then apparently the security guard was supposed to do an interview, I think, on Fox, or I think he was actually going to do a press conference first and then but they said he just disappeared. Literally, like the union people from the hotel didn't even know where he was right before the press conference. So they just disappeared him. And then he emerged a few days ago to go on the Ellen show, and then people are like, well, why, how could Ellen have dropped the ball? How could Ellen have not gotten the facts down upon what happened that night at the shooting? And I'm like, well, that was the whole point of him going on Ellen. You going on Ellen to do an interview about what happened at the shooting? Clearly they're shilling. Clearly they're covering it up. They still don't know what actually happened, or they're still not revealing to the public what happened. And then if I do a video putting in how, actual footage of the news reporting of the people saying, well, we believe it was more than one shooter, it sounded like more than one gun, etc., etc. If I put that in, then it's a conspiracy theory, and how dare YouTube even allow us to exist? And then the other thing that this guy does is he never names my channel. He does include a link, which I didn't realize at first, but he did actually embed the video into the article he wrote. But he never, says the name of the channel, etc. But then people he does name are, of course, Alex Jones and somebody else. And that's always what they'll do. So they'll just put their, the closest, kind of the gatekeeper, as he represents all of us, and that we all represent him. So he's reflection on us, and we're a reflection on him, and that anything that we do, it's he agrees with, and anything he says we agree with. And that's what they're trying to do, is that we're all one person, and that we're, quote, the alt-right hate speech, etc. But see, the one thing I've realized is some of the reason these people don't usually bring up my name as my YouTube handle is because I'm a black person. So it's hard for them to be like, oh, well, this is hate speech, this is white supremacy and all this stuff, because, you're asking a question. You're asking a question because you don't believe this, the official report. And then notice now, nothing on this Las Vegas shooting. You don't hear anything about it now because they don't even have the the script that they're gonna go with now. I mean, everything has been shot so bad that now the cop from the Las Vegas PD is just sitting up there crying, begging people to believe what he's saying. Uh, so, and then and I don't see this guy from GIZMODO writing a report about what happened. I don't see him doing reporting about if the security officer was shot 6 minutes before, 6 minutes after. I don't see him doing any reporting on anything other than just attacking us and saying that we're ridiculous and that YouTube needs to stop this now because we are undermining the mainstream media and them being able to brainwash and mind control the public and to get them to accept whatever these people say. I'm not down with that program, and I'm going to continue to do this because clearly they get mad and clearly it triggers them that the truth is rising, and they hate that. So I just kind of wanted to mention that. I wanted to do a quick kind of update on that. I'm not going to do too much talking because usually I get in trouble when I do. But I did want to kind of mention that before the month went out because it was pretty early on in the month that this guy wrote this article, and it's just sad. It's just sad that now you are attacked. You are attacked if you ask questions, if you are critical about the official story. You're just a conspiracy theorist, and you just you shouldn't even have a right to express your First Amendment right. You just don't. If you question their narratives, you don't deserve to have free speech. You should just be censored and just wiped off the platform that you're on, and that's what they're advocating for. And in terms of the whole YouTube demonetization thing, yeah, that's still a thing. That's still, I've been constantly hit. I mean, the last two videos I did were actually monetized, which was shocking. But this is what it is now, where if you're not going to just do cat videos, if you're not going to just self-censor so that you can make money off of YouTube, then they want you gone and they don't want you to make any money, etc. So the attack is on. It's still going. The YouTube censorship campaign is continuing, and then the mainstream media now is continually trying to put pressure on YouTube to shut us down. And this is why, I ask for the support. And for me personally, I can only say this is why I ask for support for people. Thank you to all the Patreons and to the people who support with the product, and just leaving comments, sharing the video, because as you can see, we are bringing down this matrix system bit by bit by bit. They're just losing their grip. And then you see with this whole Harvey Weinstein thing, the casting couch. So we're going to continue doing it. I'm not going to stop because at this point, if we stop, then they win. And then they can continue to brainwash you into believing that if you have an alternative viewpoint upon something, or if you see a person on CNN saying, we believe it was multiple shots or multiple shooters, and you put it in a video and you try to just show it to people and say, well, what you all think about that, you're a conspiracy theorist. So no, I'm not going to stop. So just kind of wanted to touch base, talk about that quickly, and just let you all know that yes, there is an attack on free speech. Yes, there is an attack on truth, and be vigilant and continue to share these videos and continue to do your own research and to inform people in your own circle, because if you don't, people like Tom McKay at Gizmodo will win. And they'll continue to push this narrative that if you don't listen to them, then you don't deserve free speech. So, yeah. So anyway, that's that. So until next time, people, stay in the truth, stay in the Lord. All right.